you planning to buy a new vehicle? Or if you are into purchasing a new car, this is a must-watch video for you. Even car enthusiasts may enter the dealer's showroom without knowing as much as they could about what they're purchasing. In general, there are a lot of things that you need to do and know before you hit up the car lot. And even if you already have a wealth of knowledge, there are still some undisclosed facts that might take away your purchasing experience. Well, luckily for you, Fortune Fastlaner, we've got you covered. We are going to reveal with you the truths about how car dealerships rip you off. You will learn the most common technique used by car dealers to trick you into buying a vehicle. So sit back and watch this video till the end, and from there, you will get a lot of insights. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Fortune Fastlane YouTube channel. Let's get started. The car dealer's trick. Car dealers use a number of tricks to get more money out of their customers. The 4-square method is one such tactic. Attempts to blindside car buyers such as you, resulting in a higher purchase price. As it aims to throw you into confusion, this method seeks to make more money from you and make you pay more for the car in a negotiation. In some car dealerships, you can be asked to fill out a 4-square survey to get an expert opinion on what car would suit you best. Those cars that have the highest rating are then advertised at the front of the dealership for your viewing pleasure. The cars being hidden from your view mean a sign of danger, as these dealerships are likely looking to push expensive vehicles down your throat and make money in the process. Car dealerships can be very tempting for you. It is easy to identify potentially problematic situations and avoid them by being aware of the so-called 4-square methods. In these instances, car dealers change 4 variables on a worksheet to deceive you into paying more for a vehicle. Smart car buyers know to never set foot in a dealership when it comes time to negotiate. Negotiating at the dealership is like playing a game of roulette. Manually negotiating the price of a car is an activity that you should avoid. What is a 4-square method? Let's talk about first the 4-square sheet of paper. So if you've ever bought a car, you may have seen this before. This is what they call the 4-square. It is a sheet of paper with spaces to track trade-in, vehicle price, down payment, and monthly payments. The arrangement seems pretty simple at first glance, but for most of you, it's more complicated and confusing than it seems. Salespeople work out their dealership's profit on 4-square worksheets. They look at how much money they make from auto loans, trade-ins, and various discount rates. These numbers are easily seen in a single report. While this process is time-consuming and tedious, it helps salespeople see the profit made into their dealership all at once. When it comes to the sheet of paper with 4 squares, basically, here's what you see. First, the top left is for trade-in value. The price the dealership is prepared to pay for your existing vehicle depends on the malfunctions within it. For instance, a front bumper or a headlight might all be included in this price. The price for a customer's on-the-road car has to be balanced, considering all available options. The dealership that used this pricing strategy happened to sell many cars at a significantly higher rate as compared to their competitor. Whether you buy or sell a car, there are always terms and conditions that apply to the deal. Second, the top right square contains the price of the car. This is just the base cost of the car. Often, dealers will only write down the base price in this block and then add the listed additional costs later to make their sale seem more appealing at first glance. Third, the bottom left one is down payment. It has the amount that you want to put down if you're not paying cash. The salesperson outlines a general amount that you will have to put down as asked in this part. They generally ask for an all-in payment, which means they already put down 1/3 of the total purchase price. Some dealers may require all of this money upfront. Some may require it over a particular amount of time, and some may not require anything until after purchase. Taking the customer's credit limit into consideration, the salesperson sets up the down payment options. First and foremost, due to the different risk levels of customers, some dealerships are willing to negotiate a lower figure, while others will only accept full payment. And finally, the bottom right square indicates monthly payments. meaning if you're financing the vehicle, these will be your monthly payments. This fourth point is usually the smallest amount. This is a necessary number to get you to focus on because it is small and manageable relative to the thousands of dollars you will be paying for your brand new car. As it is only one number on the page, most of you are tricked into focusing on this number, fail to see that with bigger numbers, you are able to comfortably afford an affordable monthly payment. The salesperson would like to lead you into this direction because it's easy for them and easy for clients to understand too. But they will use other tactics in order to manipulate you into making a decision. How does the four-square method work? Car dealerships can use a ploy that convinces you to overlook the price of the trade-in and the price of the car for a greater profit by getting you to accept less of a down payment or pay more on your monthly payments. The dealership still gets you with how much interest you're paying every month. No matter what, the four-square method is a technique used by car salesmen where they try to convince you to overlook the monetary cost in order to make a larger profit. This technique also ignores the customer's needs, wastes time, and leaves a bad taste in the mouth for dealers. Not allowing for real negotiation with customers leaves customers feeling that they are being ripped off, and salespeople doing a good job look overpriced because of their lack of meaning. Deceptive dealers have been manipulating customers for decades with this technique, which they can couple with high-pressure sales tactics to get people to buy cars that may not be the best interests of the buyer. It makes salespeople lose customers and gives the entire car industry a bad name. When the changes to one square are made, they will be adjusted or recouped. All four squares are related to one another, and therefore, any changes made anywhere will have the effect in all. Also, the salesperson of the car dealer uses a confusing pricing strategy by hunting for numbers that overlap. They're not aware of the fact that numbers in the price may be false and they are overcharged. The dealer can easily trick you as a potential customer by manipulating figures and mixing them together so that they all look like they're getting a good deal. When someone is negotiating the price of a car, you are not aware that they are actually being ripped off. The four-square technique typically takes advantage of this by pretending to negotiate. The trade-off is to make you believe they have negotiated a good deal when in fact you are losing money. In the worst-case scenario, the four-square technique is used to cheat customers out of real money. There is nothing worse than getting what looks like a deal only to find that it costs you more than you expected. So let's say, for example, you're trading in a 2012 Chevrolet Malibu. You want to get a new one, right? So you have a 2012 Chevrolet Malibu with 3 million miles on it. The car salesman will use his subconscious body language to devalue your car right in front of you. While you're telling him about the car, he'll be subtly manipulating and finding small scratches, dents, and scuffs on it to make you feel as though the car is a piece of scrap. This allows him to silently devalue it right away. When they come back to you with this four-square price sheet, you'll have a trade-in value. These are just hypothetical numbers. For example, they will give you $5,000 for your old car. They would list the price of the car as well as down payment and monthly payments. Let's just say you're buying a new 2022 Chevrolet Malibu for $23,400 US. You would see 3 different scenarios in which you can pay them. $500 at 48 months, $450 at 60 months, or $400 at 72 months. So when you go to the dealership to negotiate for your car, each dispute is made up of 4 squares. The dealership is actually making their money on the monthly installment and how much you can put down as well. Obviously, financing is the most profitable part of the dealership. With this 4-square method, the dealership takes your down payments as a rather large monthly payment. More importantly, with these 4-square and monthly payments, the dealership profits from you for low down payment vehicles. 4-square offers a deep look into the real costs that go into selling a car and show why the new car isn't always the most profitable one for the lot. Remember that used cars sell better than brand new ones. More specifically, from this 4-square example, people who make impulsive purchases like purchasing a car for the first time typically don't understand numbers and don't have much money. These people ask the salesperson what they would need to pay in order to buy their vehicle. Because these people are not well versed with buying a car, they might say the number of what they want, rather than what they owe. For people who make impulsive purchases without knowing their down payment needs or financial ability, this can be disastrous, considering that you're also trying to evaluate your monthly payments and interest rates. How do you protect yourself from the Foursquare sales trick? Negotiation process is mostly a confusing jumble of numbers and notes. The salesperson will write down numbers on paper in an attempt to fool you. The salesperson's aim is to distract you, also while making it harder for you to verify the sale. Well, you can protect yourself from these tricky methods. You can avoid being manipulated by Foursquare. One way to be in control of the sales process and avoid complicated negotiation is to simplify the deal. This can be done by removing one of the elements from the deal, which will allow you for more control and avoid any negotiating associated with Foursquare. So while this is a disadvantage for the dealership, it is also a good thing. Depending on the dealership, losing one element of the deal might not be a bad deal because overall, you're winning. However, for the salespeople who will take a loss for the next time they go in to negotiate, it's important that they bring customers with honesty and integrity. Not only does this help to build better relationships with return business and promote a top-end assessment of loyalty, but also saves frustration down the line. Whether it is a customer or the selling team, it is crucial to have clear negotiation standards that promote mutual respect and clean conversations. The end result will be positive because the dealership will keep their customer happy and receive consistent feedback. Salespeople must always be honest and communicate seriously with their clients in order to build relationships that would result in business bringing long-lasting returns. So what are the few things to remember? Number 1, before you negotiate with a car dealership, get financing from your local credit union first. By doing this, you're already at an advantage since most people don't know how dealer financing works. A quick phone call to a few credit unions will get you set rates that won't involve any haggling or crazy monthly payments. Number 2, you should focus on price. If you start discussing finance terms and trade-in value, you'll get lost in the dealer. Never try to haggle over terms, price, or trade-in value. Get a clear understanding of what the dealer is offering you before signing any contract. Number 3, be aware of the prices. Make sure you know the MSRP or manufacturer's suggested retail price of a selected vehicle before visiting a dealership. Find new and used vehicles on a website to get prices, levels of equipment, mileage reports, and more. Once you find the perfect car for you, shop around other websites that may have similarly equipped cars to figure out their price ahead of time. Number 4, let them know you are aware of what they're doing. It shows how much smarter you are for trying to better negotiate for a better deal. Lastly, number 5, it is obvious that the dealership's product costs more than you would expect. Be cautious if you see a dealership advertisement that promises at-cost prices. Oftentimes, they will charge you more than expected because they are operating to make money. Knowing about the notorious Foursquare method helps you avoid getting scammed by savvy car dealers when buying a vehicle. The Foursquare method is a psychological tactic used by car dealers to increase their profits at the expense of customers who don't know what happened and end up paying more for a vehicle. Buying a car can be hard for some people, and it is an impossible task when trying to get one at the best possible price. Cars are tough purchases. The problem with car shopping is that there is not enough information out there for people to know what to do or even how to proceed efficiently. You want to purchase the car that you like, but you may not know much about it, or you feel incompetent when negotiating with dealerships. Best way for you to get rid of unethical practices in car sales industry is by refusing dealerships that insist on doing business in unethical ways, and instead, only buying from reputable dealers. We hope this video was beneficial to you. Are you going to consider these truths about the dealership when buying a car? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own future. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you start to see results. See you soon!